Hi guys, my name is Val. Welcome to Hoarding Rocks. Today we are going to be cutting some rocks on my tile saw that I found in Acton, California. If you didn't see my first video about my rock hunting trip, it is linked down below. Let's go check out the rocks that I picked for today and let's get cutting. I picked few rocks that I think are possibly studs. Let's go and look at them. We're going to start with this quartz, big quartz nodule. I am hoping first it's not too big for my saw. Second, that maybe it will reveal some bands, or maybe it will reveal more amethyst. This guy doesn't look like much, and it's green. If you guys know what that is, I think it's crassy. I can't say that word to save my life, but we can see chalcedony inside, and that is what I'm excited about. I am not sure how to cut it yet. Do you guys see? Do you see the bands? Am I tripping? The next rock is probably gonna be a moss, but I really love the pattern that I see. It's pretty green. Who doesn't like green? On this side there is some orange. I might take couple slabs if I can. This guy looks pretty ugly, but it's super light and it's that similar green, and there's white, maybe quartz. If you guys know what this is, I think it's probably gonna be a moss. We'll see. This guy obviously going to have some bands, or I would like to hope so. This guy looks like a piece of dirt, but it's full of chalcedony. Will there be a bands? I sure hope so. We have this big nodule. I cannot say anything because there is really not much of a window there. This guy looks kind of quartzy, but we'll see. This cutie, I like to call that Turkish delight, looks like a piece of chalcedony, possibly moss. This guy definitely going to have some bands in there. Is it mostly quartz? We'll see. This guy definitely looks quartzy, mostly quartz, and it has fractures, but I'm kind of curious to see what it's going to reveal. This little nodule over here, and we have this guy, which you can see a little bit of bending in there. And we have another one that looks like mostly quartz, but it's hopefully going to have some bands. Now guys, those are for the stud pile that I picked. Now we're going to look at this little duds box of the stuff that I don't even know why I picked it up, and I am just going to randomly grab a couple rocks from here. I'm gonna get those two guys. They look pretty ugly, nothing to write home about. We'll just call them dots, but let's see if some studs made it to dots, and let's see if some dots made it to studs. Ready? Let's go. I don't think I have enough face for this equipment. Let's see. I don't have any face left. Alright you guys, are you ready to see the results? Well, I am too. Let's go and check out what we've got. We've cut about this much out of this much, and my face literally hurts from the mask, especially my ears. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you this, guys, and then we are going to move on. As you can see, I've experienced some issues. Yeah, and we're gonna start with this guy. It fractured all over the place on me, And here is why. It is mostly a host rock with just a little bit of chalcedony in there. There's a little of mossiness going on, but honestly it didn't run as deep as I would like it to. But hey, we're learning and we're getting to know. I mean, it's pretty, but there is no bands. Let's check out the rest of the pieces. I'm just gonna go ahead and wet them and show you guys how this looks. So this one, a little cute, little faint bands in there, but super faint. There's more of that, and this side looks like this. Yeah, not outstanding. I mean, it's pretty, but definitely didn't wind up to be a stud I was hoping it to be. So now we got this one out, we're going to jump onto this guy right here. As you can see, it looks a little quartzy, maybe like a milk agate. There are some windows there, and this is the reason why I cut it long ways, because I saw this window. So let's go ahead and dip it and see what we see out here. And we got this. Look at those bands. It has a little pitting over here, but check the bands out. Anybody knows, does those one around called sagenetic sprays? You can definitely see banding, but it's kind of milk. It's kind of a milk agate, I would say. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's cute. It's not terrible. It's good. For the beginning, it's really good. Alright, the next one. We're gonna go ahead and look at this, guys. Are you ready? Ta-da! Look at this. There is absolutely no fractures. You can see the faint bands on the outside and quartz on the inside. While it's not packed with bands, it's really, really pretty. I hope you guys can see it well. Let's check out the other part of that. And here is the other part of that. I mean, there is fracture over here. Dang it. That is so pretty. Look at this. I wish that fracture wasn't there. I actually like this side better, and it looks like it shines from the inside. And look at those little bitty bands on the inside. They're so fine, they're so skinny, but they're just so beautiful. Look at this rock. Alright, next one. Here is the nodule that I actually cut first. Looks very quartzy. Well, let's see what's on the inside. Part number one. Ew. It is, there's some bands, very light. Would you guys call it a moss agate? I mean, the color is pretty. It's like some kind of a turquoise color. Not too bad. Not too bad. Definitely not the most exciting one, but it is pretty. It definitely has a lot of fractures. Well, maybe not like full-on fractures. I mean, it would be interesting to see how it would polish. It's pretty. Next one. And we got another ugly looking nodule. Let's go ahead and reveal what's on the inside. Part 1. Ooh, Well, that is, look at this gunk over here. It's trying to be an agate, I guess, but do I love it? No, I don't love it. It's interesting, but I wonder if I could have cut it a different way for it to play out better. Let me know what you think. Here is the other part of it. Looks like a ghost face with two eyes over here and a mouse, which is a little geode pocket. A little geode pocket. Alright, this part looks interesting. Definitely looks interesting. It's a little bit of an ugly cut over here, but we'll call it the ghost. The next nodule, it is like this, and I decided to cut it a long way, and let's see what it reveals. Part 1. Oh guys, look at this. We got a banding, really fine banding, but it's actually really pretty one on the outside. I bet the polish would expose it really nicely. Is this? And you know what? Look at the water level bands. They're like shining. They are shining. This is so pretty. I think this is my favorite one so far. It is so beautiful, guys. Let's look at the other part of it. And here's the other part of it. Wow, look at that banding. While it's super fine, it does look like a parallax banding. I hope camera really shows that. And look at the water level. No fractures. It is so beautiful. Alright, let's go to the next one. And here is the next one. See how I was hoping there would be maybe have some fun bands in there. This is why I cut it the long ways. On this side it looked like this, so I figured I stay away from the clerical Sydney, but it also had this. So I'm gonna show you what we've got. Got this. It is an interesting looking one. It doesn't really have bands, but it has what it looks like saginite spray and somewhat of a moss, but you can see like those sprays on the background underneath. So I feel like if you polish it, they're gonna get exposed and they're gonna look like pretty little clouds. We'll call it a cotton candy. Let's check out the other side. And the second part of it, well, the second part looks pretty clear. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe I should take this part and make a slab like this, just to kind of see what would have gotten here if I cut it like this ways. Because while it's pretty and there is some really faint bending, I'm not super thrilled about it. Let me know what you think. I'll think about it, and maybe I will make a second cut on this, maybe even going this way parallel to this one, and see how this plays out. But most likely this is just going to be clear. That's why I kind of want to slab it this way. We'll see. Alright guys, the cuts are finished, and we're going to start with 2 dots to see if they were worth picking up. It is a good learning curve. Ta-da! Pretty ugly. Yeah, there is some bending, but it's so low grade, not worth it. Total dud. And the dud number 2. Was that worth picking up? Let's see. I mean, no, not really. It is okay, but it definitely wasn't worth it. And now, let's check out the rest of the stud pile. Well, this thing looked pretty interesting, and even though it's ugly on the inside, it might be beautiful on the outside. Let's check it out. Ta-da! Oh, wait. Ta-da! Ew. Yeah, that didn't pin out as I was hoping. It's not even remotely pretty. Alright, this one's going to dots. Let's look at this guy. Did this guy provide any beauty? Let's see. Ta-da! Well, just about what it looked like on the outside. There is a little bit of bending in there with a whole lot of horse rock, whatever that is. It looks like a little fishy. And the bending is not that great. Yeah, that's probably just gonna go to my little patio garden. Yeah, there's some bending. Actually pretty nice bending, but there is a fracture. It is okay. It's an interesting looking one. It's a little on the greener side, but we're just learning. Here goes our next nodule. What do you guys think? Do you think it's gonna be pretty? Let's check this out. It's trying. It is really trying. There are some bands on the outside. Very low quality. What about the other side of it? Well, the other side pulled it off a little better. I might throw this one in a tumbler, just to make it a little pretty, cute, little tumbled. But it's not outstanding. Definitely not a stud. Can we get another good nodule? Let's check it out. Ta-da! Quartzy. There is a little bit of bending, but mostly quartz. It's okay. I can tumble that. Let's check the other side of it. Yeah, very, very quartzy. Okay, next. We're gonna keep our expectations low here, okay? There might be a little bit of bending, but I can see a whole lot of quartz. Let's check it out. Ta-da! Ew. Yeah, definitely looked better on the outside. And what about the other one? Here is the other part of it. Yeah, definitely not even going in a tumbler. Remember this guy? Remember it? The edible one? Well, he couldn't keep together. And what have we got on the inside? Well, just that. It is not too exciting. Well, actually, there is a little bit of water level bending over here. I guess I can throw those pieces in a tumbler and see what turns out. Not too outstanding. It's okay. Remember this one? Remember how it doesn't really look like an agate, but I'm expecting some really fun pattern in there. I hope you can see it. If not, I'm gonna have to refilm that part tomorrow. Let's open it up. Look at this beauty. Okay, honestly, even though it's not a banded agate, so good so far. It's one of my favorites. I would make great polishing. It would be so pretty, just like a piece that just sits there. Look at this moss. Is it moss? I'm obsessed with this guy. The colors are incredible. Let's look at the other side one more time. Look at this. I mean, yeah, this guy is so beautiful. And it is time for the biggie of the day. Are you guys ready? Well, we already know it's gonna be mostly quartz, but let's check it out. Part number 1. Ta-da! Total quartz, not even trying to be an agate. But does it need to be an agate? Look at this amethyst on it behind. Can you imagine how pretty it is going to be polished? And I did a pretty good job avoiding the cracks because it's actually pretty fractured if you look on this side over here. Let's check out the other side. Look how pretty this is. Yeah, this guy is gonna look absolutely stunning when polished. Thank you for sticking around with this video. Remember to follow me for more videos like this, and have a great day. I will see you in the next one.